Order. Next order. Next order. Next order. Order, honorable members, order. 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 That order of messages is over. Order. Honorable Wino, take your seat. Order, honorable members. We'll now go back to order number 2, where I have a communication. The messages are over. The message on finance bill and appointments is over. Honorable members, I have a communication. Order. Order, Honorable Were. Order. This is a communication on allegations of bribery of members of parliament in the discharge of parliamentary duties. Order. I don't want any assistance. Just do the listening, let me do the talking. Honorable members, I wish to inform the House that my office is in receipt of correspondences dated 24th and 25th June 2024 from various members of Parliament regarding allegations of bribery of members of Parliament during the voting on the Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill number 30 of 2024. The honorable members include the Honorable Joseph Munyoro MP, the Honorable Joses Koskel Elmengit MP, the Honorable Jane Kagiri MP, the Honorable Kanyuitha Mutunga PhD MP, and the Honorable Didimas Wekesa Baraza MP. The Honorable Didimas Barasa MP also raised the matter on the floor of the House on Wednesday, 25th June 2024. In their complaint, the members allege that on Sunday, 23rd June 2024, the member for Juja, the Honorable George Koimburi, MP, was quoted across various media outlets claiming that members of this House who voted in support of the second reading of the Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill number 30 of 2024, were bribed with 2 million shillings each to do so. The affected honorable members sought my guidance on how to address this matter. In their estimation, the assertions attributed to the Honorable Koimburi, if left unsubstantiated, continue to bring shame and odium to members of Parliament and paint the entire House in bad light. Honorable members, you will recall when the matter was raised on the floor of the House, I did undertake to give a considered ruling at the next sitting of the House, which is today. In a related development, I wish to inform the House that I have also received a letter dated 22nd July 2024 from the Honorable Koimburi, titled Apology Letter. The letter indicates as follows, I quote, I, George Koimburi Ndungu, of ID number, elected member of Parliament for Juja constituency, would like to tender my apology to the House leadership and my colleague members of Parliament. I understand we are living on a very dynamic and sensitive times, and my utterances in the past may have caused some problems in the country. I am remorseful and humbly seeking for forgiveness. As an ambassador of peace, I pray that peace do prevail in our country. God bless Kenya. Order. Today, honorable members, at the rise of the House Business Committee at 1:45 p.m., I did call the Honorable Koimburi to ascertain his authorship of the letter. The Honorable Koimburi did confirm authorship of the letter and further denied any claims that he had disowned the letter and its contents. The Honorable member further indicated that he is currently away in Mombasa and unavailable to attend the sitting of the House until Tuesday, 30th July 2024. Honorable members, any allegation of corrupt practice, bribery, or attempted bribery is a stain on the privilege of the institution of Parliament and deserves expeditious investigations and resolution. The practice and precedents applicable of the House require that any issue touching on the privilege of the House should be dispensed with as a matter of priority. I fully appreciate the pain and discomfort that the pendence of Honorable Koimburi's allegations continues to cause the affected members. However, I've reluctantly allowed the Honorable Koimburi to avail himself to the House by 2:45 p.m. on Tuesday, 30th July 2024, to explain his actions with regard to the complaint raised by the affected members and the context of his apology letter in the manner contemplated by the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Act 2017 and the standing orders. Thereafter, I shall guide the House on any subsequent actions to be taken in the matter. That is accordingly guided. The House is accordingly guided. I thank you. Yes, Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, thank you for that communication. Honorable Speaker, we are well guided as to your directions on Honorable Koimburi. But Honorable Speaker, I'm a bit concerned because last evening, a gentleman from his office, who I'm told is his constituency office manager, delivered a copy of that letter, and the letter indeed you are alluding to, you will see, is also copied to the offices of the Leader of Minority and the Office of the Leader of Majority. Honorable Speaker, I was able to check after the House Business Committee this afternoon, when you raised the matter before the House Business Committee, that indeed the Honorable Koimburi's PA, when he delivered the letter to my office, the copy that was stamped in my office had only one stamp. But the PA had another copy which was stamped twice, because at one instant the rubber stamp was upside down, and therefore it was stamped twice. And members will note, and Kenyans will note, that that is a letter that was circulating on social media, because I had to take great offense with my staff when I suspected they had circulated a letter on social media before I even saw it myself, because I was seeing it when I was already home after 8 p.m. But, Honorable Speaker, what worries me is that immediately that letter circulated on social media, the Honorable George Koimburi, on his own Facebook page, stamped it fake and said it was a fake letter. Honorable Speaker, it is the same letter that you are now alluding to, and you assert that you have spoken to the Honorable George Koimburi, and he confirmed it was his letter. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, even as the Honorable George Koimburi comes to shed light on what he said on the matters that were complained to, I think his behavior last evening, today, and the days before that, Honorable Speaker, brings into disrepute not just his image as an honorable member of Parliament, but also the integrity of the office he holds, Honorable Speaker. And maybe we will wait to hear from him, but I just wanted to bring it to the attention of the House, the kind of member we are dealing with, so that even as he comes on Tuesday, he can also clarify as to whether these letters were fake, or he tells you it's fake. He says on social media it's fake. He tells you he's the author of the letter. We don't know which George Koimburi to believe, the one on social media, the one in churches, or the one who will be here. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, we'll wait for him, but I honestly do not know who the member for Juja now is. He has too many faces to be able to tell who the member is, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Amawa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me a chance. Mr. Speaker, I want to support whatever the Leader of Majority has said. And Mr. Speaker, when you look at the letter that was circulating in the social media, together with whatever you have read, Mr. Speaker, it does not even detail the reason as to why he's giving an apology. So, Mr. Speaker, later on, Honorable Koimburi may say that he was not giving an apology on the leveled of the issue of the 2 million. So, Mr. Speaker, that letter is a bit ambiguous on the state as to why he's giving an apology. Mr. Speaker, we want to have, if at all we are to agree, a letter that is talking of an apology over an allegation that the members were given 2 million. But that one is vague and a bit ambiguous. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a house of traditions. And that's why this house is called the August House. Mr. Speaker, this member has made a number of unsubstantiated allegations against individual members of parliament, against the 13th parliament, and against everybody. As much as that apology, on the face of it, as a human being, I may be tempted to accept. But Mr. Speaker, because this thing has been so much circulated and it's all over, I want to beseech you to refer this issue to the Powers and Privilege Committee so that that document is properly subjected to justice. Justice means I want to go and appear as a witness and say the pain and the agony that I went through as a member who has been included in that particular bracket. So, Mr. Speaker, taking into account that this member has been flip-flopping also, I'm sure next time he will say he did not speak to the Speaker. And we do not want the integrity of the Speaker to be put on question. So I want to agree with the majority leader. For us to be fair, for us to be contented, for us to be satisfied, we beseech you to refer this to the Powers and Privileges Committee, and it will not only deal with this issue, it will also deal with any other member, any other will-be member who will be casting aspersion on the integrity of this house as a house and also individual members. So, Mr. Speaker, I beseech you. This will also give us an opportunity to amend if there are issues that we need to amend in the current standing orders or in the powers and privilege so that this house remains a respected house in line with the letter and spirit of the current constitution. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Dr. Mutunga.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I believe strongly that the Honourable Koimburi was in his normal senses when he stood on the pulpit of our church and made the allegation. Honourable Speaker, the follow-up activities do not in any way indicate that Honourable Koimburi was remorseful. I believe it is because your office contacted Honourable Koimburi that he has even written the vague apology letter. Honourable Speaker.
That is not true, Mutunga.
Honourable Speaker.
My office spoke to Koimburi this afternoon after issues were raised in the Kamkunji.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, for the correction. But let me adjudicate my point. Honourable Speaker, this letter has cost us a lot of pain and a lot of expenses. Wherever we go, Honourable Speaker, we are required, first of all, to deliver the 2 million before you can start doing anything. We are in a situation where members of parliament are branded in this country, and the circumstances under which this allegation was made were very, very severe. Honourable Speaker, we are in a situation where we need to redeem our image, and the Honourable Koimburi only put fuel on a burning fire. Honourable Speaker, I think we do not need Honourable Koimburi to come and give us stories here. I know, Honourable Speaker, you have the discretion, but the House, the committee should be given the responsibility that we may be able to go and tell Honourable Koimburi what we have gone through so that he may be able to suffer a bit because he has subjected us to a lot of suffering. Many people have lost their property because of such allegations, Honourable Speaker.
Mama Nairobi.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to contribute. Honourable Speaker, out there in the public, everybody thinks that Parliament has been under state capture. And when you have a member of Parliament that goes out there and says that he was paid 2 million shillings to vote yes, and he declined, it means that parliamentarians are not able to make decisions on their own. It takes me back to 2023. I made a decision to support the finance bill. In the social media, everybody said I had visited State House and I had gotten a package. I never visited State House. I have never met the president on a one-to-one. I have only met him in public functions. I think that when an honorable member makes such a statement, he should be put to strict proof. As a lawyer, I'm sure you understand that. If he cannot actually substantiate whatever statement he made in public, and we forgive him without him actually withdrawing and apologizing and saying he lied, then what it means is that we are coercing him to actually withdraw. We don't want him to withdraw. He said he was offered 2 million. Let him prove to us who offered him 2 million. If he lied about it, then he should be punished, because whatever he said out there implicates every member of parliament. When I make decisions here, I make decisions based on my own reasoning, my own objectivity. Sometimes I've even gone against my own party. That means I'm not able, if I'm in parliament as an opposition leader or government, I am not able to lose my objectivity as a citizen. And I think it is important that all of us in parliament stand and affirm whatever it is that we say out there in public. And I really would feel ashamed if he was just forgiven and he came back, because whatever he said there makes it very difficult for us as parliamentarians to actually stand and say we are not bribed. We actually oversight this country's various institutions. What people are seeing right now is abject corruption that is not actually being dealt with. And this corruption is not because the parliamentary oversight committees are not doing their job. It is because the reports that we make as parliament are not moving forward. And I think it is important for us as parliament to look at all the reports that we have made over the years that actually call for the prosecution of various members of public entities and the entities that have failed to actually address the corruption that we have oversight.
Thank you.
So for me, I really pray and hope that we shall actually make sure that this member of parliament is put to strict proof on the 2 million shillings that he got. He really, unless he's suffering from amnesia, if he never got an offer for 2 million and he just went out there and made an allegation that implicates all members of parliament, then he should be punished.
Wamumbi. You are the last one. Wamumbi is the last one. Give the mic to Wamumbi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, we have heard you loud and clear. Mr. Speaker, we are requesting you. We don't want Koibori to come and give an explanation. We heard what he said. Mr. Speaker, for these members to redeem their image and their dignity, Koibori must be punished, Mr. Speaker. For this House to continue, Mr. Speaker, Koibori must be punished, Mr. Speaker, because these members need to redeem their dignity. And those members who also voted no, they also need to tell us whether they were paid to vote no. We voted yes on our own volition, Mr. Speaker. So for this House to continue, for these members to redeem their dignity, Koibori must be punished. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order, honorable members. Order, honorable members. I did say that I shall guide the House on any subsequent actions to be taken on this matter. Next order. Next order.
Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Majority Leader. Yes,
The mic.
Naomi.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024. 1, supplementary estimates, 1 for the year 2024-2025 from the National Treasury and Economic Planning, and the following accompanying